but I also wanted to briefly go over University of North Alabama, which is where I work. It's a completely different part of the country than California, where Robert and Noreen are from and we're talking about earlier. So we can go ahead and go to the next slide. So, speaking of which, it's on another side of the country. You can see where Alabama is highlighted on the map. We're located in Florence, Alabama. It's a small to medium-sized city in the north of Alabama, of course, and we're surrounded by a lot of larger cities also that you may have heard of, like Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia. Huntsville, Alabama is only about an hour away. It's where NASA Space and Rocket Center is located. So I think this area gives a great balance for international students that come here, because you're able to be immersed in the culture here in Florence, but you also have a great balance of having some larger cities close by too. So just some general information about the university to give you some highlights. We have almost 9,000 students currently. About 300 of those are international students from 50 different countries. There's a large variety of programs, both undergraduate and graduate. So there's more than 140 different programs for you to choose from depending on your interest. Some of the top programs that international students choose is our AACSB accredited business programs, both undergraduate and graduate. Some other popular programs are exercise science and engineering technology. But as I mentioned, there's a large variety. So depending on your interest, I'd be happy to send you more information about a specific program. Aside from academics, there's a lot of great ways to get involved on campus. So there's, over 160 different student organizations and clubs and ways to get involved. And something interesting and very unique about our university is that we actually have one live lion, our campus mascot, that lives on campus. His name is Leo. We're the only university to have a live lion on campus, and he's a big part of our campus community. You can even hear him roar whenever you're walking on campus. So that's something very unique about UNA. So I wanted to take a moment to talk about, mention any scholarships for anybody that might be interested, because in addition to having top academic programs, we also strive to provide affordable education for students. So the Alabama area has a very low cost of living to begin with, but we also provide these two scholarships for every international student that applies, whether you're undergraduate or graduate. So the first is called a GLC Housing Scholarships. So that's about $4,000 each year that you can put towards your housing. So that's a large cost that helps for our international students. And then aside from that, you can also be eligible for a recruitment scholarship. It's similar to maybe an academic scholarship that you would use towards tuition. So for undergraduate students, that begins at $8,000 per year, and for graduate students, it begins at $5,000 per year. Both of these scholarships are renewable each year until you graduate, and they're considered automatically with your application, so you wouldn't have to do a separate scholarship application to receive these. And I have my contact information here for anybody that would like to stay connected or has any other questions about the documents or about University of North Alabama. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.